wearing red dungarees. We were waiting to cross the road opposite Stokesley Baths. I think I was about 4. Playing football in the early evening in the garden, you, Si, Ben and I passing the ball around the square. Trip to the boat show with Ben singing Spitting Image, Hold a Chicken in the Air in the loo. Suppressing your pain and anger after whacking your shin on a windsurf skeg. Heading out on a family trip to pick up the box trailer, also known as Freefall Swan. Racing home to watch Red Dwarf after swimming on Thursdays. Sitting behind you in the car on just about every car journey and looking at all the cuts on your head. You singing Sloop John B around the fire on the beach. Mowing the lawn in your trunks. Now I'm going to say this how Jake has said it. And he said, in your trunks in green willies. However, I later found out he was drinking when he wrote this, so I think he means wellies. When Ali used to come up on a weekend. Making a jigsaw on in the old stable at Ashfield House. Coffee in the Plantagenet. Using the shrimp net. You know that well. Family chats in the kitchen after Sunday evening meals and drinking from the glass-bottom pewter tankards. Watching you and Sam walk up the garden chatting. Watching you cheer so loudly after I scored the penalty for a club 5-a-side football team. Dropping off pies and Coke at the leisure centre. Leaving Simon and I some cash to buy a few extra drinks after a Tuesday night, which Simon and I realised it was a Monday night at the Royal Oak. Sitting in the kitchen watching you cooking dinner for you and Mum. Spilling the peas from your plate as you walked into the sitting room at Monkstone View and declared, "Whoops, I peed on the floor." Watching Billy Connolly the night before I started uni. The Archers theme tune should be the national anthem. Reversing faster than Mum drives forward. However, Mum has just got a speeding ticket. Faster than she drives, where am I up to? Faster than she drives forward, when one of us, normally Ben, but Simon thought Jake forgot something in the morning before school.
No, it was me.
Singing my heart out in the car with Nana sitting next to me. Nana declaring that I had a beautiful voice, only a Nana would say that. Sitting with you in the study at Ashfield House practising my neat handwriting. Dire Straits, Eric Clapton, Layla, ELO, 10cc. Teaching us all to dive from the steps in the dark blue tiles of the little pool. Collecting your 1 and 2 pence coins all holiday, throwing them in the sand for the metal detector crew. I like to call them a crew. Watching the final episode of Cheers with Ben and I in the sitting room. Digging huge sandhills for the very high tides. Picking me up from the X10, I know that one. Bus stop from Middlesbrough. The look on your face after catching you out in Parents v Kids Rounders, I felt and still do feel terrible about that. Early morning walks to the bread shop. He didn't do many. No. And the weekly money in the envelope. And in the evening, walking down the path over the painful grate to see the harbour lights before bedtime at Monkstone View. Driving me to surf at Saltburn, but I didn't go in. Something I've always regretted. Always hearing your voice on the Tannoy swimming galas. Watching you win the parents' sack race when one of your feet came through the hole, so you just ran. Drawing, I think all of us love this, drawing faces in your Guinness. I hope you have a great time over the weekend. I might cry now.
Juliet as well. I love you too.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I hope you have a great time over the weekend with everyone up at Bankfoot. I'm very jealous of all of you and wish you so much that I could be there too. I will get Sam and Georgie to draw face in the pint this weekend. Happy birthday, Neil. Lots of love from everyone in Brisbane.
Oh, we love you too.
Cheers, Jake.
Cheers, Jake. Thank you.
Jake, we're all crying. We love
Nice
you.
one, Jake.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, thanks, Ben.
I just thought it quite well.
Nearly